What's up everyone, welcome back to another World of Tanks console replay, and have we got something special for you today. I've tried not to be too clickbaity in the title, and hopefully once you get to the end of this video you will think, blimey Ben, you should have been. I'm a lot more clickbaity, so hopefully this will work out. We'll see. It's a good round, it's an excellent round, it's one of the best ones I've ever had. I hope you enjoy it, medal wise anyway, and kill wise. If you watched the What Can It Earn Liberte video that went out a couple of weeks ago, you'll probably know what this is going to be. This is from that series. There was one episode from those 25 battles that I played for that series, or for that program, or whatever program, for that episode. There was one round that really stood out from that. So if you've watched that, you may remember what this is going to be. We are top tier. We're on Sacred Valley War, which is a funny one because War hasn't been updated yet, like the old Sacred Valley has, so the non-war variant rather has been updated to be quite a lot different. The war one hasn't yet been updated, and my original plan was to put out like a good French tank replay on each of the days the new CDC ops started. So today is the second part of the CDC ops starting. It is the so by the way, so there's a couple of bits in this where I just stopped, where I was chatting to people on Discord, because after playing 25 games in the same tank in one day, you kind of get a bit bored, and so I was just chatting to people in Discord there, and I do it again in a minute, and that's kind of why I drive into a bit of a silly position, which you'll soon see. But the CDC second part of the ops started today. If you've cleared the first one already, which I have on both consoles, then now you'll need to do 90,000 XP in the next few days. Oh, cheeky little ISU showing himself. And we bounce. Probably hit his gun mountlet in the middle there, which I kind of was aiming straight at, but I tend to just aim for the center mass and then assume that it will go off target and hit somewhere else on the vehicle. Not sure if that's the best policy, but it works for me. There we go. Nice little shot into the Emil Heskey though. But yeah, so 90k is the next one to do. The 45k I found pretty easy. I think it took me just under 3 hours on a stream to do an Xbox solo. I'm going to try and platoon up, I think, in a two-man for this one and see how that goes. Hopefully get someone good like Jack or Farako that can carry the shit out of me, which would help. So obviously it's a lot quicker if you're getting more wins, because you're getting more of your doubles a lot quicker. Whereas if you're having good games but not winning, getting shit all XP. But anyway, back to the game at hand. Hopefully this will inspire the Frenchness in everyone to come to the forefront and let you get your 90k without trouble, whether you're doing it in a French tank like was originally intended, or just in whatever you happen to have knock around, which you probably are, because that's a lot easier. Here we are. Now we have waffled on for a couple of minutes. The battle is starting to get into the thick of it, and as you can see, we've driven into a really stupid position here. I kind of forgot that they hadn't changed the war variant, and so I was sort of half paying attention, which is never a good thing to do in World of Tanks, as you won't be rewarded for that normally. But I decided to drive this way, and then realise it's the old version where you can't kind of cut through up to the top from here. So I'm just kind of stuck in the middle of the map. Originally I was taking some cover behind that pagoda. Now I'm just chatting on Discord again. But don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, I assure you this is a very, very epic bit of gameplay. Maybe not that very bit specifically, but as a whole, 10 minutes or so, it's pretty solid, and I'm sure you'll be pleased with the end result. So team-wise, not a lot's gone on at the moment. We're nearly, what, 3 minutes in, 3 and a bit minutes in. There's one tank down on each side. The enemy just killed the first tank on ours, and I sort of realised once I was there, I was like, okay, well everyone's busy fighting on those two corners. I can probably push through here and maybe try and shoot their artillery, which should help our team out a bit, and would put some panic into their two main fighting fronts, because they're going to be worried about the guy behind them. But there we go. There is an enemy Cromwell that was he's bottom tier, trying to hide at the back to get some sneaky shots off, but unfortunately realised that no one was really watching the middle, so I'm able to drive straight through. Bounce a shot from him because he's but a lowly tier 6, and this thing can bounce the odd shot or two, and we can start to take down the enemy artillery. And sort of sneaking through the middle of the map to take out enemy artillery isn't really something that I'd normally use this tank for, but it just kind of was a we were in that situation, and You know, it was the best thing to do once we were at, realised we had almost snuck through the whole middle of the map, kind of by accident. So here we go. We've taken 3 quick kills there, a couple of RT and that Cromwell. We were bouncing a few shots in the back there. Not sure who that was. I think one of them there. I think there's an IS-6 over there that shoots at us quite a lot, and there's also a Chaffee, I think. Either of those would be quite surprising to bounce on the back of my tank, but there you go. There's the Chaffee. Let's see if we can get a shot on him. Just gets killed before I get him. If I got that kill, it would have made things a bit different later on. So here we go. We've got 2 Tiger 2s fighting a ELC and ELC MX. And this is just really satisfying to watch, as well as the fact that there we go, there's the IS-6 managed to track me. Second shot into the Tiger 2. They're still chasing the ELC around, giving a little ram there, I think. He was getting shunted about. Looks like he's almost on his side at one stage there. There we go, take down the other Tiger 2, and the IS-6 tracks us again without doing any damage. And the Tiger 2 backs up, and very kindly lets me kill him. And you can see the kind of damage that you can do if you start flanking the enemy. Like, it was pretty much a stalemate. I'm not taking whole responsibility for that. Like, our team, there's at least one other player that's playing an FCM 50T on that guy over there on our team. He does I think maybe even more damage than me. He does a good amount of damage. But just having that guy to pop up behind and start shooting people in the back just completely ruins people's days, because what can you do? You know, you get shot from both sides. So we've decided to move over to this side of the battlefield. We saw we had lost that hill up in the north, and we've moved back here because these guys are pretty clean through on the base, and we don't really have much back there. So there we go. It's a nice shot on the Freedom. Very pleased to make that one. Very bumpy terrain down here, and lots of buildings in the way. So a little bit tricky to fluff that one. Couldn't quite read where the road was heading, so we unfortunately missed it. Keep following for a little bit. Try my luck once more. Decide he's a bit of a lost cause for the time being, and hopefully that Motherland can deal with it. But here's the IS-6 that was shooting at me. Let's see if I can have more luck shooting him than he had it be. No, apparently not. What about this time though? Side of the turret. Ooh, okay, top of the turret. No, hits the gunman, and no chance there. But there's that ISU 152 that we saw right at the beginning of the battle. He's been pushing round. Just trying to find the little narrow shot at the back of his tracks there. Let's see if we can grab that kill number 7. So even teams at the moment. We're on 5 versus 5, which is a nice little fight. We've missed that one as he reverses up. Come on, Fads. Give me a shot. Give me a shot. There we go. That's the shot. Leaving him on an absolute fraction of health. And I think that was the enemy Freedom getting taken down in our base as well there. So that leaves the base fairly clear. And we're 5v3, so it's looking pretty comfortable. I'm on 7 kills, so it's looking like a reasonable chance of a Radley Walters medal at the moment, which would be nice. Especially considering in all my other 25... So for the What Can It Earn series, I played 25 battles in this tank, recorded all my data across that, and we did a bit of analysis of average kills, average silver earn, average XP, all this kind of stuff, and looked at some of the gameplay from it. There's a nice little shot into the side of the IS-6. This one's got to go in. There we go. Finally managed to do some damage to him. Hopefully, he'll just sit there all day. Unfortunately, bounced that one, because the IS-6 has trollish bastard armor. There we go, another one. But yeah, in those 25 games, What Can It Earn, the highest, this was the highest kill game. The highest next kill game, I think it was 3 kills. So we're already more than double the highest amount of kills I managed in any of those other 24 battles. So I decided to move in. I realised at this stage, well, I mean, there's 3 tanks here quite close together. I think there's no chance. Well, okay, now that guy's gone, and I'm kind of up here pretty close by. I think, all right, well, I mean, there's a plausible chance I could kill all 3 of these here. It's not very likely, but I've got a lot of health. They're all the same tier as me. I've got a tiny bit of backup. We are a 3v3 now, and I'm not quite sure what health we're on. The I-6, I think, was on about half. He was kind of low-ish. That Motherland's taken a little bit of a knock. And he manages to put it into us, takes us down to just under 1200 health. There's the other Motherland on about half health as well. So they've got quite a nice amount of health for those 3 enemy tanks. And at the moment I'm just backing up because I think that IS-6 has pushed back towards our cap. That's what I'm kind of expecting here. And I'm also going to try and put a shot into the side or back of this Motherland We're also on the premium rounds now because this is a pretty tense situation. And there is the I6. He did not go where I thought he was going to go. He has come right round behind me. And thankfully we were able to turn the tank round nice and quick. Put one into his side. The second one from him goes into our track. So I think he must have fired. There we go. There's another shell. Takes him out of the game. Puts on 8 kills and gets that Radley Walters. And I think that guy, he hit us twice in the tracks earlier and once in the tracks. So there's 3 shots from the I6 that have hit us and tracked, which is incredibly lucky because that gun would have penned us pretty much anywhere else. And that is one of the nice things about this tank is, although the armor's not great, it's not the worst. Well, since playing the CDC, my opinions of this tank's armor have certainly gone up because the CDC takes weak armor to a whole nother level. But this thing actually capable of absorbing quite a lot on its tracks thanks to these massive tracks that it has. You find a lot of shots go into that. But anyway, what we've done here, we decided to swing round. I didn't want to be predictable. I didn't want to go back up the hill and take on that Motherland, where he's in that nice kind of hold down position. Although I can pen the turret of a Motherland with these Prem rounds. I wanted to push around this way and just try and keep him confused, keep him guessing, get some side shots, you know. We've got time. I know they can't get through on our flag. We've got 4.5 minutes on the clock. There's no need to just rush in headlong. We can try and sneak round, get the easy shots, and try and do this sensibly. And that pools medal is looking like it really could be on right now. I've got one teammate, and at the moment what I want him to do is push back to our flag, which I gave him a little radial thing to do. I want him to push to our flag and start capping, because then hopefully he'll lure out at least one of these Motherlands to follow him back to the cap to try and disrupt that, and then I can sneak round and flank them. And there is the enemy Motherland, or one of them, facing completely the other way. Put one into his back, some very low health on a one shot. Wait for it, unspotted, but should still be there. No, he's not. And I'm sure that must have been so close to hitting, because he was not moving quickly, unless he slammed the brakes on, or I think if it bounces, you'd see it bounce off, wouldn't you? So it must have missed. But we decided to push in. It's a bit risky. If the other Motherlands come back this way, then I'm really exposing myself to here. He's got himself in a great position here. He completely hold down. But luckily we're able to put one into his turret with the Prem shell. And yet another enemy shot goes into my tracks. Who needs armor when you've got tracks, eh? So here we go. We are on a 2v1 situation. We have got 9 kills, 19 damaging ribbons. My teammate did exactly what I wanted to do and fell back to that position, which has pulled this guy here, and it means I can drive right round behind him. And this Motherland is going to have a really hard time fighting against a T-44, I believe it is, on my team. And if we can get over some kind of tiny bump, there we go. And the Liberte FCM 50T coming around behind, who is on 9 kills and so is only firing premium, because what else would you do in this situation? You want to try and make it count. So there we go. We try and put a shot up into the side there. Doesn't quite work, but thankfully, kind of, again, I mean, getting spotted, not ideal, but it also meant he turned his turret towards me, which gives easier shots for my teammates to put into him, which is definitely fine by me, because I need some help on this guy. There we go, nice shot into his back, very easy one. Puts him on pretty low health. Is my teammate going to have a shot? He does. 259, leaves him on very low health, and we just managed to grab the kill shot. Very close to missing there. And had I missed, I don't know if my teammate would have held off firing to let me take that kill, or if he even had any idea how many kills I was on. But thankfully it all worked out well. Thank you very much to my teammate at the end. He played excellently to didn't get a huge amount of damage that game, but when the going was tough, when it was tough and close at the end, he did everything that was required of him to help me kick the shit out of everyone. So there we go. We got the pools medal, my very first pools medal on Xbox. I got one on PlayStation quite recently, you might remember, but I'd never had one on Xbox, so very cool to get one. And tier 8 as well. My other pools was on tier 6, so it's nice to get a higher tier pools medal. First class mastery badge, 2,105 base, 4,000 damage. You can see the FCM 50T on our team there did quite a nice amount of damage as well, not far behind. And I only got 1 kill, so there we go. Don Tomo, kill stealer extraordinaire. Notice that's only at 95 mastery as well. It's not a mastery first class. So come on, guys. Really, what have I got to do? 1,300 blocked as well. Very nice amount of block for that tank. You're not often going to block more than that let me tell you. Nice one. Alright, well, hopefully you guys enjoyed that replay. I certainly enjoyed talking over it. Hopefully you found it as enjoyable as I did. If you did, please feel free to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. And good luck with your CDC grinds. May it be not stressful. Or if it is stressful, just give up and buy it. Anyway, nice one. Thanks for watching, guys. My name's Ben. We are the Beard Guys, and I'll see you next time.